Assalamualaikum, Madam Mahfuza Ahmad. This video infographic assignment involves four members of us, which is Shakira binti Muhammad Aminuddin, Nur Fasha Husna binti Ahmad Hisham, Nurul Ain binti Rosli, and Siti Khadijah binti Anwar. First of all, taxation are the process for government or the taxing authority whereby in Malaysia a lembaga hasil dalam negeri LHDN charge a tax on the citizen and business entities in the country. Under Section 2 of Input Tax, this system leaves responsibility to taxpayer who could be either a company or individual. In this assignment, we will discuss about the responsibilities of employer towards employee.
An employer, Rimba Sawit Berhad surely has a lot of responsibilities toward the company and its employees. However, when it comes to tax relations in Malaysia, there are several duties of Rimba Sawit Berhad as the employer that we can list as such. Firstly, as the employer, whether public or private, is obligated to inform Inland Revenue Board within the prescribed periods of the commencement or retrenchment of the employees whether to leave Malaysia or resign or due to death. The prescribed periods for the new employments are not later than 30 days after the commencement. Meanwhile, for the cessation of the employment shall not be later than 30 days after the cessation and not more than 30 days for the employee's death. In addition, the information of the employee who wishes to leave Malaysia shall be notified within 1 month before the employee's departure date. Secondly, the employer is responsible to pay full or half of the amount withheld to Inland Revenue Board when instructed at any time during the applicable periods. Furthermore, the employer shall apply for tax form for the employees such as SPC forms and employment form. SPC is an abbreviation of Surat Penyelesaian Cukai, which is a tax settlement letter. These forms can also be filled via online, which can be found on the Inland Revenue Board official website. Employment forms, which are Form EA and EC, work as a remuneration paid to the employees, including Employee Provident Fund and monthly tax deduction scheme. Moreover, SPC forms such as Form CP22, CP22A, CP22B, and CP21 has also different functions. Form CP22 is for a new employment of the employees, while Form CP22A and CP22B are for the cessation of employment. The difference between these two are Form CP22A is for private sector, while Form CP22B is for public sector. Form CP21 is for the employee who wishes to leave Malaysia. Next, Rimba Sawit Berhad also need to keep records and receipt of the expenses incurred by the employees and need to be kept for 7 years to be audited. Additionally, just like I have mentioned in previous slide, the employer is required to withhold tax under monthly tax deduction system, which is being abbreviated as MTD system. The employer shall deduct an appropriate amount of tax from the employees and submit it to the Inland Revenue Board not later of 15th day of each month. Last but not least, the responsibilities of Rimba Sawit Berhad towards its employees is the employer must provide a statement of payment to the agents or dealers or distributors of the company. The statement is actually a form CP58 that is also can be filled online. CP58 is a form of non-monetary and monetary incentive payment that is specifically for the agents of the company. This form also need to be kept and shall make it ready to be audited in the later years.
Now, discussing whereby the tax implications if Rimba Sawit Berhad failed to provide Form EA to its employees. Firstly, both employee and employers have the responsibilities to file tax returns respectively. If failed to provide Form EA, depending on the severity of your offence, you may be fined and imprisoned, and the same goes for your employers too, because they can be penalized for not providing you your EA form. Next, according to the Income Tax Act of 1967, failure without reasonable excuse to furnish an income tax return form can result in fines of RM200 to RM2000, imprisonment, or both. Lastly, willfully and with intent to evade or assist any other person to evade tax carries much more severe penalty with fines of Rm 1,000 to Rm 20,000, imprisonment or both, plus 300% of the amount under charge. Tax evasion refers to non-payments and underpayments of tax owed.
Rimba Sawit Berhad's responsibilities towards Ali, Borhan and Kalista in relation to their respective scenarios. In Ali's scenarios, Rimba Sawit Berhad is required to notify the IRB using Form CP22A not more than 30 days after being informed of Ali's death, which was informed on 20 March 2021. While in Borhan's scenario, Rimba Sawit Berhad is required to give notice using Form CP22 to inform the IRB of the employment of Borhan. The notification must be given not later than 30 days after the commencement of the employment, which was on 1st May 2021.
Last but not least, in Kalista's scenario, Rimba